So you're the Alice of looking through the looking glass. And you were taken to see the king, and he was sung to sweet dreams. And you thought that no one knew what he was dreaming about. But one of the angels did. He's called Tweedledee, a nut. Tweedledee and Tweedledown. And the Mad Hatter, they're all nuts. Well, those in the angelic world would appear nuts to the rational mind in this world. You go back to the book of books that will not change. It's the Bible. It's not history. It's not secular history. This is revelation from beginning to end. It has nothing to do with secular history. All these characters are eternal states of consciousness. And you will meet them. And when you enter into that state, they become animated because of your entrance. You are the animating power of everything in the world. Now you are acquiring a keyboard. And you think of that chromatic scale. And suppose you could only play in one direction. Monotonous beyond measure is all you could do. And then one day you discovered you don't have to go on this way forever. You can jump. Or you can go back in time. And your fingers can split. You can hit two notes together. Sounds like the devil, but you learn to still hit another one that sounds harmonious. And one day you become so proficient, you hit a note, and though it's a discord, you learn how to resolve it. You can produce it, bring it into a dissonance, and you become the most expert on this keyboard. But now think of life, 6,000 years of experiences building a keyboard. And each note is simply an experience in life. And you take all these experiences, and you are the artist now. And what you bring out of that fabulous keyboard, and then you bring it out, and you want it to exist for itself, and not only for you. So instead of playing on it forever, and having all these things come out, these glorious things existing only for you, and not for themselves, you do the same thing that God did for you. So unless I die, thou canst not live. But if I die, I shall arise again, and thou with me. And you give yourself to your own creation, that it may exist for itself, and not only for you. Now let us go into the silence. Now, are there any questions, please? Pardon me?
After one has awakened and he's left his garment on the earth, and he returns home, what are his duties? What does he do?
What does he do? He creates, my dear, and contemplates this world of death. As Blake said it so beautifully, those in great eternity who contemplate on death said thus, what seems to be is to those to whom it seems to be, and is productive of the most dreadful consequences to those to whom it seems to be, even of torments, despair, and eternal death. But divine mercy steps beyond and redeems man in the body of Jesus. They are part of the brotherhood, the redeemed body. And contemplate this world, letting it be to those who want it to be. Tonight, a man who has $1 billion, he can't think for one moment. He would, for one moment, think of death. He doesn't want to die. He wants to live here forever. He knows he has to leave it behind him. And he's breaking his brains not to. And wondering how to protect it in the right channel. And he builds himself portraits of himself, always glamorous portraits. Compare the original to the portrait. Now, you'd faint if you thought these two are the same. But he has to have that for posterity. He builds himself like Stalin. Stalin had thousands of statues of themselves. They renamed the rivers. They renamed the cities. Stalingrad. Now it's Volgograd. He wasn't yet cold when they renamed it for him. And all the rivers are renamed. And the fellows put their little things around their heads and broke the statues and smashed them. He never thought that would ever happen. The little fellow here in Santo Domingo, he did the same thing too, Trujillo. That little tiny island, statues all over to Trujillo. He only stole about $1 billion out of a small island and built up his own little reputation. You know, if you took a sheep as the leader at sea and took the leader and threw the leader overboard, all the sheep would fall and jump overboard. Take the leader of the sheep, the belled one, throw him overboard. All the sheep would run and jump overboard. That's what man does. Stop being the sheep and stop following just because it's a popular thing to do, and begin to simply dwell upon the eternal story. Any other questions, please?
You use that keyboard analogy to what you're doing complete here?
Why, certainly, my dear. Every moment in time is a note. It's an experience. And it is caught in eternity. You may not remember the entire day and all the little sequences of the day, but they're not lost. If you gave your time to it, you'll bring it back. There's a little practice of getting into bed and thinking of the day in reverse order. It's a very good way to go to sleep, may I tell you, because the mind tires so quickly if you take it in reverse. And by the time you get to just starting to undress, if you take all the details, you're sound asleep. Man thinks he could go all through the day. He goes through by jumping from cleaning his teeth to dinner. There's quite an interval between dinner and cleaning your teeth. If you took all the little details, and they're all individual notes on the keyboard, before you go, just a matter of moments, the mind tires, and off to bed you go, off to sleep. In the morning when we get up, we jump up, wash our face, and get ready for the day. And how many record the individual incidents of the day?